Hello traders, good evening. This is Vishal, and in today's video, I'm going to share 3 stocks with all of you which can probably give a positional breakout in the next few days. Now, positional breakout doesn't mean for few days or few weeks. It means for few weeks to probably few months. It is for a person who wants to participate in the market for the medium term, not the short term or not the long term. One more thing which I would like to just share with all of you is that the stocks which I'm sharing with all of you is not any trading call or anything. I'm just sharing this particular video as it is educational in nature, because I'm going to share the reasons due to which there could be a breakout in these stocks. I'm going to share the technical reasons on the chart due to which there could be a technical breakout in these stocks. And before I go forward, just to rewind and just to understand the view which I had given about Nifty spot probably on 7th September, that the way rally is continuing, if it continues, then we could rally by another 100 to 200 points. And that day the close was around 19,723, 726. And from there, we can see that we have rallied just a bit more than 200 points and we have tested almost to 20,000 in Nifty. So I understand that this is the reason for all of the short-term traders, as they are very, very delighted, because in the last few days, market has rallied with extreme high momentum. And yes, one more thing is the trend is up in Nifty, but it seems slightly overbought. Some sort of consolidation over here would be really good for the market. Okay, now let's get into the stocks. And before I go into the stocks, first I will talk about that particular index. Now, the first index is the PSU banking index. We can see that the overall trend is strong, and we can also see that there is some sort of breakout over here, right? And even over here. So you can see that more or less the trend was up, and after that PSU banking chart went into a range. It was consolidating, and then finally it gave a breakout today. Okay. Now, within this PSU banking chart, one stock was a laggard, and that is SBI, which is the king of the PSU banking stocks. We cannot deny about that, right? So let us have a look at SBI first. The first thing is SBI has been able to bounce back from a pretty good support. Let me share that support with all of you. This is the price band. You can see the first low is over here. The second low is over here. And if you extend this particular support just a bit more, you will see further more information that this support has been very, very active since very long, because in the first place, actually, this was a resistance. And this is a universal law in technical analysis, that a resistance becomes a support and support becomes a resistance if it is broken. And this particular resistance over here was broken in just end of April 2023, and after that it has been providing multiple supports to SBI. Now, after it tested this particular low, I'm talking about this low where we can see a small hammer over here, then we can see a bullish belt hold. There have been multiple candles, and within this zone, first thing what I saw was there were multiple candles, but in this multiple candles, what was more visible to me was the green candles. Generally, when a stock is consolidating or when a stock is not performing well, but suddenly when you see a lot of green bullish belt hold candles appearing, it is the first sign that bulls are trying to get back into control. So this was the first sign where I started thinking that something bullish is getting cooked in this particular stock, and I guess I need to keep a watch on it. Secondly, we can see that it has been bouncing from a very good support. One more thing, what I could see is that there was a small range breakout. This is a very, very small range. I can understand. This is a very small range. This is a sort of zigzag pattern. But you can see on Friday, SBI did try to give a breakout. It was not successful. I mean, price wise, closing wise, it was successful, but the candle was not that great. But today, if you check, the candle is really, really good. It's a bullish bell toll. It's a big green candle. And it seems that the new uptrend has started in SBI. And yes, if you check the RSI also, we have a decent trend line breakout in the RSI. Now, according to me, the stock is started to move up, but you can see these 2 weeks can give some sort of resistance to this particular stock. So the stock needs to close above 600 levels with a big green candle, probably with above average volumes. Then there is a possibility that we could have a positional breakout in this particular stock. Let's go to the second stock. The second stock is also a PSU banking stock, and this is Bank of Baroda. Now, if you have a look in Bank of Baroda, again, what we can see is that this support was there since very, very long. In fact, the support started just before the starting of 2023. Why? The reason for that was, first, this support was actually a resistance. I'll just mark these levels, R1, this is R2. And once we broke this level, this particular zone, this particular level became an support. Now, you can see over here I have marked S1. Again, this is S2, S3. Especially in this zone, Bank of Baroda did try to break the support and go down, but the support did hold on very, very nicely, and the stock started going up. Again, same reasons. I can say big green candles over here, right? Multiple, even more than I can say in comparison to the SBI chart. And yes, the RSI over here is much better than even SBI, and it has given a decent breakout. But there is a small resistance over here. You can see in this zone 205, 204, 205. So this is the first breakout candle, but I guess one more candle above 205 without a wick. It has some sort of wick on the upside. If I just magnify this chart, you can see it has some sort of wick, and I generally do not like candles with wick. So if it closes above 205 with a big green candle, then there is a possibility that the stock could give a positional breakout, and positional traders should keep watch on SBI and Bank of Baroda. Again, I'm repeating, this is not any trading call. I'm just sharing my view, and I'm also sharing the technical reasons due to why the breakout is happening in these stocks, so you could also learn through this video. Okay. And the last stock is going to be a pharma stock. This particular stock is Apollo Hospitals, and if you check properly, yes, the stock has gone up. There has been a rally, but if you try to compare the stocks with likes of Sun Pharma or probably Oro Pharma, then the momentum over here was also less when this rally continued, and probably even by percentage wise, this particular stock has not rallied that much. Okay. Now, technically, if you want to actually go and have a look, I would like to probably retrace this entire trend. And when I'm retracing this entire trend, first thing what I can see is that the stock is trying to bounce from a 50% retracement. On this 50% retracement, if I just go slightly below that, we have a candlestick cluster. Okay. So this is actually not just a level. This is actually a support band. This entire band was working as a very strong support band because of the 50% retracement and due to the candlestick clusters present over here. And then when the first bottom hit over here, and the day was, I guess, 14th of August. And just before 14th of August, you can see there has been 2 consecutive candles. This is the first one. This is the second one. Both of these candles are high wave candles. Now, high wave candles coming up at a juncture where a lot of support is there. Plus, the overall trend in this stock was up, but for the short term, the stock retraced. It came down, and then slowly and steadily, if you see the price action in the next few days, the support was not broken. Even this low was not. If this low was broken, probably then I would say that the high wave candles which were made on 14th and 16th of August, those candles wouldn't make any sense. But this particular low was not broken, and you can see with extreme high momentum in the last 5 trading sessions, Apollo Hospital has been able to rally. Now, technically, it has been able to give a very good breakout. I can say that. On Twitter, I had stated that it needs to close about 51.40, 51.50. But even today, I can say that the price is moving above the both dual moving averages. So I would consider it as a proper breakout. But just due to one reason, that there is a lot of zigzag movement in this zone. So there is a possibility that a lot of volumes would have been generated over here. If I just use my volume profile, which is one of my favorite indicators, you can see a lot of volumes have been generated over here, right? So we need to close at least above 51.40, 51.50. If that happens with a big green candle, then there is a possibility that a positional breakout could occur in this particular stock. Once again, I'm repeating the third time, this is not a trading call. Please put in your own analysis. Please do your own due diligence before you take any action. I'm just sharing the reasons due to which there is a positional breakout probable in the stocks like SBI, Bank of Baroda, and Apollo Hospital. All right. And just in this video, I would like to share one more thing. Seeing Nifty, that overall trend is up, slightly overstretched on the upside. So not a very good time to go extremely aggressive for short-term traders. Once I guess we see some retracement or some consolidation in the market, then it could probably a much better risk-reward ratio even for the short-term traders. If you feel this video has been helpful for you to understand how the positional breakout are occurring in these 3 stocks, and you find this video was helpful in terms of learning, do share it with other traders also, so they could also benefit from this video. All right. Trade less, trade wisely. Thank you.